Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and welcome to the French Seams. Thanks so much for coming back for another edition of Friday Sews. So as always, a huge thank you to Jen for setting up this hashtag where we talk about what we've been sewing, what we're going to sew, and also a bit of life. So thank you so much for coming back this week. I had a Friday Sews out last week and I also had a Sewfruity video out, which was really good fun. So I'll link both of those below. So thank you to everybody who's watched those, anybody who's left any comment, anybody who's liked those videos. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. So I've had a really good week sewing wise. I got an awful lot done. So Mr. French Seams was travelling, and when he's away usually I do so much sewing. As soon as the boys go to bed I sew all night. I stay up way too late sewing, so I got quite a bit done. So some of it I will share with you today, others are part of my Sewfruity plans, which I'm pretty much done with now. So I'm going to keep under wraps until the reveal day, which is the 30th of June. So I'll be sharing them in a Friday Sews video later, probably in the start of July, but I love each and every one of them. I'm so delighted, and it was a really fun challenge to be involved in, and I can't wait to see what everybody else gets up to. So what did I do this week? So the first little thing I got made up, I mentioned last week that my sister had asked me for a little commission. She wanted a little pouch. So I showed her the Adam Sews trio of pouches pattern. She said, yes, that's perfect. So I made her one, but as I was making one, I thought I may as well make two. So her one is already in the post being shipped over to her. So hopefully she gets that soon. And I don't think she watches this video, but hopefully she gets hers before she sees this video. And here it is. I made the smallest version and I got these fat quarters locally. So the little bees, you have to be careful because you can't have a directional print because there's no seam at the bottom. If you wanted to do directional, you'd have to do something clever with the seam at the bottom, but I think it's really cute. I love how this came out. So I did my little squiggle quilting here, which is brilliant. And then the binding is bee fabric as well. It all came as kind of a cohesive set. Then these are little ribbons actually left over from my wedding. And then for the zip, which I think is a piece de resistance, for my one I used a little gold star and a gold and navy zip, and for my sister's she gets a little heart. So these zips and zip pulls are fabulous. They're from Purple Stitches and I picked them up when I was at the Stitch Festival. I wish I picked up more. They're so nice. It came as a metre of continuous zip, and then I bought a separate pack of these little zip pulls, and they are so cute and they're so lovely. So I really wish I bought more of them, but this little pouch is just fabulous. This one I now bring to work, so it holds exciting things like lip gloss and AirPods, things like that. So it's perfect just having my desk at work. But it's really cute. My other one I use for my makeup, and I think I'm just gonna have to make a trio of these ones because they're really cute and such a handy pattern. Really cute and beautifully bound on the inside and everything. It's just a gorgeous pattern. So this is the first little thing I got made up, which, as a reminder, I need to buy more bag foam. Note to self. So that was the first thing. The next thing I did was went to a little sale. Well, I say little, it's nearby. It's in this place called Trimmings, and they have a huge warehouse, so it's absolutely vast, and they had a really good sale on the weekend, so it's not too far from me. So I picked up some really good stuff because I knew I wanted to stock up on stuff from my new quilt. So I'll pop in a picture here of the quilt I want to start. So I picked up some stuff at great value because their sale was on all their cotton stuff. So if you remember, these are my curtains in the bedroom that I just made recently. So I wanted to match something to these. So part of the pattern, you need a lighter colour than this. So I picked up this lovely vibrant yellow colour. And then as the backing and the main fabric, I picked up this lovely navy. So I think they're all going to tone well together. But the lovely thing about this pattern is she put rickrack all the way along the edge, tucked into the binding, which I thought was really cute. So they also had a sale on Trimmings, which is ironic, their name. So I picked up this fabulous kind of mustard colour trimming, which is gorgeous. It's not quite rickrack, it's kind of little balls on it or something. It's really cool. So I'm going to tuck that into the binding. I'm going to make my own navy binding. So I got this. So I think they will work really well together. I'm super excited about starting that. So I didn't get anything cut out for that. So that's this weekend's project, because then I'm going to go back to my quilting bee on Monday. So what I also picked up there was some more haberdashery items. So I got some lovely pink webbing and I got red webbing, which I'll show you shortly. I also picked up, because I've broken so many needles this week, so many needles. So I picked up a brand new pack of universal needles. I picked up these cool ones, which are quilting needles, which I've never used before. And also I picked up overlocker needles because I never put in proper overlocker needles into my machine. I've had the same, it's a Singer overlocker for about 7-8 years, and it's from Lidl, I think, and I've always just used jersey needles, never had a problem. But I thought, right, I better give it some TLC, so I bought proper needles because they were on sale as well. Then I also picked up these really cool threads. So I was at the cash desk paying, and the girl behind me had some of these, and I was like, oh, what are they? And she's like, they're reduced to €1. So they are little glittery threads. Aren't they fabulous? I think the colours are just gorgeous. So are they focusing properly? Hopefully they are. So they are just fabulous, because I do have this thread, which is gold metallic, which breaks my heart every time I use it, but I love it. But I think it's different to this one. So this one looks a lot easier to use. So yeah, really excited about these. I think they're really, really cute. So I was very happy with my purchases. The other thing I got, which is I had asked them for previously, so I went in looking for Pokemon fabric. Because my boys are now massively into Pokemon. I've never been into it before. My little brother and sister were into it. I think they still are. They're a little bit younger than I am, but it bypassed me entirely. So now my boys are into it. So I'm learning a whole new world of Pokemon, and my brother and sister are now loving it. So my boys like it too. So they had this fabulous Pokemon fabric that I asked them to bring in for me. So the boys loved it. They each chose, so I made them both bags to keep their Pokemon cards in, because our house has just been overrun with Pokemon cards. They are everywhere. It is hilarious. So I made them each a bag each, with a different colour zip I just had in my stash. So one gets red, one gets orange, and then it also picked up this red webbing. So they decided who they wanted on the outside, who they wanted on the inside, all this. So they're delighted with that, and now Pokemon cards are now tidy. They're not, they're still everywhere, but never mind, it's good fun. So that was my little trip out to buy some fabric and haberdashery, which was lovely. I could have spent so much longer there, but I was under pressure to get home because Mr. French Seams was going golfing, which is probably a good thing because I could have browsed for hours. But I did meet some lovely, lovely people there, and it was really nice to see people who I had met previously, people I met at Frocktails, people who I chat to online here but never met in real life. So thank you for coming up and say hello. Hello to everybody. You know how you are. It was lovely to see how you are, who you are even. I hope you're well. It was lovely to see everybody there, and it was really fun. But the queue was enormous to cut out fabric, and I'm just delighted the sale went well for them. But it was a busy day, so I think I made it home with about 3 minutes to go before Mr. French Seams ran out golfing. So that was my weekend, and then I got some lovely time to sew on Sunday because Mr. French Seams took the boys out, and I got one of my Sewfruity makes entirely done, which was amazing. So delighted with that, absolutely delighted. So that was my weekend. So I'm just looking what else I did. Yes, so what else did I get made up this week? So the next thing I got made up was what I'm wearing, and this is the Kielo wrap dress, which is now completely seasonally inappropriate because it is freezing outside. We're getting some sort of jet wind or something from the Atlantic that's making it about 5 degrees colder than it should be, and it's been raining. It's set to rain all weekend, probably into next week. It is so cold. So I was really looking forward to wearing this this week out to meet friends. I end up wearing my Adela blouse with jeans because it's so cold. Hopefully I'll pop in a picture here, but this will have to sit and wait for another day. But I did want to show you it today because I think the Kila wrap dress, it looks really weird on a hanger. You have to see it on a body to see what it looks like in reality because of the tie. So I do have my cardigan on, which I'll take off and show you. So this feels really weird because it's so cold. I ironed it here funny and it's left a kind of strange mark. Never mind. So this is the Kila wrap dress, and it's got this lovely tie at the waist. It does, you do your flying squirrel type thing, and I made the knee length version, and I love how this came out. So this is now my 5th Kila wrap dress. My first one sleeveless, which I really, really like. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to wash that, haven't I? So then I just bound the inside here. I ended up having to take up the arm side by about an inch. It was really, really low, as in like too low, you could see my bra strap. So, but it's beautiful bound shoulder detail, which I hadn't done before, which I really, really like. And it's just a really, really nice dress. And I love how it came out. I love the colour. It's a really simple, straightforward make to make. It's basically just making a long t-shirt. The only tricky thing, I suppose, is the binding, but once you kind of get used to that, it's okay. But yeah, really, really enjoy wearing it. I think it's really funky. I just think it's a really, really cool dress, and I've made an absolute mess of it, but never mind. So I will put back on my cardigan because it's way too cold. Right, that feels better now, a little bit of warmth. If anybody knows how to get these really weird ironing stains out of clothes, please let me know, because otherwise I'm just going to have to wear a big chunky necklace with this dress. But anyway, so that was my very, very busy week. So a few little things made, and then my Sewfruity makes done as well, which I'm really, really excited about. I'm being very covert about this, I apologise. So that was my week. So my plans for next week are, I would like to get made up 1 or 2 little things. So as I said, I'll do my little quilting, and then also I want to make up my fringe dress. So it is my birthday soon, and I would like to wear this on a little date with Mr. French Seams for my birthday. So it's that fabric, if you're watching YouTube, and everybody who went to the Stitch Festival, the most beautiful jacquard petrol teal fabric with black and peach and kind of these kind of corally colour accents. It's a viscose. It is just fabulous. And I had always planned to make this into another fringe dress, which I love. The only difference I'm going to make from my previous one is I'm going to level off the hem. So I think this is gorgeous. That's going to be a fringe dress, and I even picked up buttons while I was at Stitch Festival. I brought up the fabric to Ethel and Joan and said, please could I have buttons? So I've got these, which are upside down, little gold bits in them. They are just fabulous. So I think these match perfectly. So I'm really looking forward to getting that started. And then that was kind of my only plan before we suddenly got plunged into winter. So now I'm going to make up a little Marlowe cardigan to go with it. So I bought this fabric recently from Driessenstoffen, and unbeknownst to me, it actually matches this fabric perfectly. So how nice does that look? So I was going to wear a lovely little dress. Now I think I'm going to have to wear a cardigan over as well, and probably thermals. So it's this gorgeous jacquard jersey with a bit of stretch. It's just lovely. So yeah, did I mention that's from Driessenstoffen? So I got that recently, and I would like to make a little Marlowe cardigan, so exactly the same as this. I did mention during Me Made May that I was going to make this more cropped to wear with dresses. However, I come up with a hack. So what I do now with this cardigan is I leave it the way it is, but then if I'm wearing a dress, I tuck it in like this and pin it and then flap it up like this. So perfect. So because I like a little bit longer with jeans, but then shorter with dresses. So win-win if I make it a little bit longer and then roll it up. Brilliant. So that's what I'm going to do with this one, because I can definitely wear this with jeans. I think it would look lovely with a navy t-shirt, and then hopefully it'll go with a few dresses as well. I think it actually looks quite nice with the green. And for this, I've got these Ethel and Joan buttons as well. And they are part of the most fabulous care package that I got from my lovely friend Anne. Thank you, Anne. And they're lovely. They've got a little tiny, tiny pink accent in them. Is that focusing? Sorry. I just film on my phone. It's nothing fancy. So these little Ethel and Joan buttons, which I think would look really cute in this. And that means I can do the cardigan for jeans and then rolled up with dresses. So yeah, that's been my revelation. Yeah, that's exciting, isn't it? So I think that is all my plans for the next week. So aside from that, just keeping things quiet here, the usual activities at the weekend, and then hopefully dancing between the raindrops, as my mother would say. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you very, very much for joining me as always. If you like this video, I would love it if you'd give a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing. I'd really, really do appreciate it. I hope you're all well. I hope you're getting time for some lovely, lovely sewing. I hope you're getting out and about in the sunny weather or wherever you are. So thank you very, very much, and I will talk to you all again very soon in another video. Bye everyone.